Bro,
It
we
should be good.
bro, bro, we
It should be
recording
good.
and we on live. Chill.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's on and popping. Hey, listen, okay, let's
It was
just
a
get it
real
cracking. Y'all know what it is, man. 2025. This is the Loaded Podcast, and we are back once again for another year. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be more live, more consistent, and more in your face. We're gonna stay loaded, and of course, we got the usual
Just Drika.
suspects in the building. Just
Yeah.
Drika's in the building.
Big
Who else we
Drika.
got? Big Drika, not the little one.
You know
And
what I'm
then who
saying?
else we got? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mr. Light
poetically
Skin,
speaking, you know what I'm saying?
skin. Poetically speaking, and of course, God's favorite. That's what Nine does to me all the time. Of course, God's favorite, Damon Saunders, formerly known as MC Lero, for all of y'all that can't let it go. But, you know, it is what it
They
is.
just,
go,
a
let it
lot
go,
of them
let it go.
refuse.
I just did a good
Just let
job
it
at
go,
marketing,
let
I
it
guess.
go.
You know what I'm saying? Making an impression, you know, so they don't want to let it go. But they got to.
Yeah.
Big D.
Man.
Y'all getting Big D now. Yeah, so hi guys, what's going on?
Little
Hello.
D, not the big one.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You got my line, motherfucker.
We already got
Yes.
big drinker. You can't have a big drinker and a big D. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got one big D,
Right.
and so somebody
Baby
got
D. That's Baby D.
somebody
She's
gotta
short.
be a
Baby
little-
D is crazy.
Baby D. She's short.
Baby D.
know,
I'm
all
Big
the
D, that's
2000
Baby D.
snacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I give her that Big D. I give Baby D that Big D. No?
What we
Okay.
talking about today? Because we're not talking about that.
Push until something happens.
Push poetry until something happens.
Push D until something happens.
And you know what? That's exactly what we're doing with the Fred Hampton Awards. We are pushing poetry until something happens.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
yeah. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. You know, and I just want to.
You want
she
to
about to go
start it
straight-
off?
Yeah,
you just
fuck
want to
that,
go
'cause I'm
straight in?
just-
Straight into it. She
I
ain't
just
even
want to
gonna
get
hold
straight
Okay.
into it. I don't
Alright.
like. I want to say this first and foremost, and I'm gonna look dead into the camera because a lot of y'all are very, very, very ungrateful when it comes to these awards.
Not a lot, some.
Some of y'all,
A handful. A handful.
Yeah, a handful.
Whatever-
How big
whatever.
are your hands? Our hands are small.
you motherfuckers.
They big enough for that small D.
Son of a bitch. But anyway,
Okay.
we digress.
I want to say that I need y'all to keep in mind that Poet Now Loading, we are poets, and we are being selfless in giving out awards to the rest of the poetry community when it comes to the Fred Hampton Awards. A lot of us in Poet Now Loading has done the work to be in these categories that are listed, but we did not put ourselves in every category
Facts.
when we could have. And for you guys to be ungrateful for something that we are choosing to do, not something that we have to do, without having financial support from the community, moral support for the community. Like, it's a lot of things. Like, everybody wants to have something to say once the nominations have dropped, but they knew on April 21st of 2024 that we were doing the award show again. Because on the 20th at the award show, we made it clear that it was the first one and we would continue to do it.
Right, the first of
2023.
many.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for people to just come out of the woodworks and want to have an input when they had 9-10 months to have an input, you know what I'm saying? We welcomed everybody when it comes to the Fred Hampton Awards. Like,
Yeah, we did.
To
We
even,
had some pushback. We had, of course, we had pushback then too.
Right.
I mean, I expect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Because, like, even they boycott even the Grammys. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I expect it. But it is frustrating.
It's
you
very
know what I'm
frustrating.
saying? But I think that's something that we just had to expect to come along with the game when you're trying to do something new and major.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, even though there's a lot of gripes and stuff like that,
It's a lot
it
of
also
people.
shows that we're actually doing something that people care about.
Yeah, 'cause
care
it's a-
enough to argue about. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know what though? If it's especially with it being one of those things where it's just like you're kind of pioneering a lane, right? You're
Right.
pioneering something, right? And you know how the culture can be sometimes.
Yeah.
And not to make justifications for it, but I think in a lot of situations you'll have something you're trying to start off new where you're doing something good and positive, and people that don't usually have people around them trying to do something good and positive for them without requesting or needing anything in them, from them in exchange, then they're like, all right, what's your angle? What's your motive? What's your this, that, and the other? And some people don't understand that there are people out here trying to do things in the community that does not require anything back in return.
Right. I agree. But then it's also like very heartwarming to see, you know what I'm saying, people be excited about receiving a nomination, not even the award, but the people that are excited about just being nominated,
just being recognized,
and being recognized like that. That's heartwarming, especially being curators of this show. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand what all goes into it.
The fight we got to go through.
Man.
And listen, we scared to come outside every time we do the Hamptons.
I'm not scared to come outside.
No, you know what I'm saying. Yes, you was. You was like, I'm not going out there because you said
I
said the other.
Scared. I didn't.
I'm not saying scared like you a punk, my nigga. Like
saying,
relax,
like,
big drinker.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like, but meaning like it's like damn, because you got to deal. You got to deal with all the opinions and the views and what people think. And then, you just got to put out fires because people can have a misconception. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had to put out some fires today. You know what I'm saying?
And then
but it gave them more understanding. And then they're like either with Swan, I was on the phone with Swan and Anno, and they was asking so many diverse questions. They had their issues and things and views. But when I broke it down to them, the process that it's got to go through, now Swan was like, okay, now I fully understand, and I'm an advocate for that. So when people try to talk against it, I can say no. This is not how it goes. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
This is just part of the voting. Because one of the things people were worrying about the voting process, who's nominated. I'm like, listen, this is just the first trial. This is just the first level of the voting.
Yeah.
It's not the final.
But then, at the same time, like even you can take it back to school when you were nominated for anything in school. You still had to do the work. You still had to campaign. If you were nominated for homecoming queen, if you were nominated, you know what I'm saying? That was just a nomination, but you still had to do the work. You still had to campaign and get people to vote for you. This is no different, bro. Like
niggas ain't go to school though.
Like
niggas wasn't actually in
but
class.
even if they didn't go to school, man, they know for shit presidential. God damn it, they get nominated and then they campaign to and you go to the polls and you vote for it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some people that's nominated that you don't agree with, but it's not.
And I think the
but
problem.
Nobody's stealing the elections here. There ain't no stealing of the elections here.
Yeah, and it's not no, and we are definitely watching people voting 5 and 6 times. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about y'all, but we between the 9 of us, 5 of us has to count these votes. I'm not counting the same duplicate vote.
Yeah,
but the beautiful thing about the system is, and I'm glad that we're having this talk, because I think because of the talk that I had with Black Swan today, this is good to have this talk openly too, to give the whole culture understand that the voting system is only about 35% of what's going to determine the winners. You understand what I'm saying? Because you also have the paperwork, which is the stuff that y'all put on paper, the work that y'all actually did, the stuff that people actually seen and experienced. Because we know that fan bases, family and everything, i.e. Just Drika's fan base, stupid ass fan base, they'll put you
album of the year, Just Drika, big Drika,
because they love you. They'll just put you in anything that they can put you in.
Yeah, because my people, I can show y'all messages. My people not having it. Like, they like, okay, why you not listed for this? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are really messaging me because because I'm so behind the scenes. They don't know that I'm one of the ones that's putting on the show. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. They don't know how much of a
They
pillar
don't.
you are. Yeah,
Yeah, so they don't know how much I'm putting into the award show. Like
it's still stupid.
I mean, well, if they say I win
Fuck your
album of the
fan
year,
base,
if I
son.
get more votes than L.J. Hamilton for Slam Poet of the
That's
Year,
diabolical.
and if I get,
he's gonna.
I'm-
He said he's gonna boycott if he does.
Well, LJ.
But before we go on,
Okay,
but
go
they
ahead.
have to understand that the voting process is only about 35%, and then you have the actual work, the features, the viral moments, the amount of stuff that you had to do, the amount of work that you did, at how many shows, the shows you put on, features, interviews, like just the work, how much you helped other artists, platforms, like it's so much other things that are that go alongside with the voting. And also understand that our voting system also tells us, we know what phone you voted from. We know what we know if it's an Apple 13, 14, 12. We know where you voted from, your location, whether it was a desktop. We
IP
know what time of
address.
day you voted. You know what I'm saying? And then also the voting system also, you have to put your name and email so we know what people.
You got Motorola flip phones and shit.
Yeah.
Grandma done voted
Yeah,
5
we
times.
got it. So we know
Yeah.
if you just got grandma voting all the time because the flip phone gonna keep showing up.
Yeah,
You understand
grandma,
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
She got
saying?
that-
Grandma ain't doing nothing but watching Young and the Restless all day and voting for her grandbaby. My grandbaby.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, my
but we
grandbaby
have
did
an
that shit,
academy.
you know what I'm
So we
saying?
want to let you know we have an academy. So when we tally up the votes in at the end of at February, after February 7th, then we also look at the paperwork, which y'all have on paper, the features and all the other work that's done, and all that collectively, all those analytics collectively go into us making the final decision and breaking down those categories to where for
Narrowing
example,
down, yeah.
there's in host of the year, there's like 15, 20 nominees, but we're gonna break that down to about 3 to 5 people.
Yeah.
And then those are going to be which are the ones that have the official votes. They have the paperwork. They have the work, and we determine the top out of that 20, and we send out those letters, and you are officially nominated to win that. And then you will find out once you get there. Once we get on stage, and the
And present the
presentator will let you
award.
know these
Right.
are the official nominees of this category, and boom, they open up the envelope,
Yeah.
and this is the winner.
So basically, you want to be in your seats when that happens.
You want to
Right.
be in your seats.
You want to
yeah.
be in your
Don't
seats.
count yourself out.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't count yourself
don't like, because it's also people that's discouraged, like feeling as if, well, I'm not as good as, this poet or that poet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why people are making a big deal about certain categories. They are afraid. I'm saying it. This is just Drika talking. Y'all are afraid of those pencil in categories because y'all are afraid of who you have to go up against. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's a easy win, y'all want to count the easy wins. But if you did the work and you campaign for yourself, and you know that you've created a fan base for yourself, even with merch, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Then you shouldn't be worried. Like they said in school, keep your eyes on your paper.
Yeah. E5
You know what I'm
says keep
saying?
your eyes on your own mat. Like
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
the key word, what you said was campaign.
Yeah,
Listen, Lindsay Renee is showing her work.
she is.
She ain't even waiting on her nominee flyer. She's
She
showing
not.
her work. She's showing that she been over here. That's another way to campaign. If people don't remember, or if people are
Refresh they
sleeping on
memory.
you, and people don't know that you did shows here, that you did this, this is the time to campaign.
Yeah.
And show, hey, y'all may not have seen me, but this is what I was doing.
Hey, Red Lion kind of did the same thing
Yeah.
on his post. You know,
Right.
it was just like, hey, I'm not saying to vote for me, but
This is what
Yeah.
I've done. Right. And
showing
there's
you.
something else
Right.
that I do want to address as
He
far
said
as
it could be argued.
right.
right.
You know what I mean?
I want to address the Rookie of the Year category specifically because, it's some people that feels as if, I should have been in that category because I just started doing poetry in Houston last year. But you did poetry in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? 5 years ago, you took a break, you came back. Like that matters. Your rookie year starts. You know what I'm saying? If you're within that 1 year, just like the rookies in basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not saying from January to January or from April to April, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? If your rookie year started, say 2023, and we already had started on our nominations for the Hampton Awards, then you didn't make that cut. And so within the year of 2024 is basically when your rookie year took off.
When you would be considered, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you're considered.
It's not your timeline. It's the timeline according to when we started
Right.
started doing the award show.
Right.
You can't just keep thinking of your timeline.
Right, but then also they have to also understand, because they think, oh, it's the Hamptons 2025. It's January though. We can't count what people are doing in January. So in just like any award show, it's based on the year before. And I think a lot of people are missing that. They are thinking, oh no, da da da. You know what I'm saying? And if you started in June, and we counted up until December, you had 6 months of a rookie year. And I do want to say that your next 6 months still counts for a rookie year, because that's still a part of your rookie year.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like, just like the Grammys and some other things, the way they kind of do things, man, is you gotta, yeah, it's 2024, 2025, whatever the year number is, but it's a season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially what we're talking about. We're not doing a fiscal year from
Right.
January 1st to December 31st.
Right.
And we're not the NBA, so we don't bring all. We don't have a system where we're bringing in all the rookies at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And I mean, it's not anybody's fault if they step on the scene in September. You know what I'm saying? And I think we understand that. I think we'll take that into consideration. But if you've been
We
here,
do. The people, they like.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah. But if you stepped on the scene in February, March, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have a shorter season than some of the other people who started in January, bro.
Right.
But you had, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
more than enough time to come and show the effort to put in
Right.
the work and do the things. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And we haven't had a situation thus far. Of course, it's only our second year. We haven't had a situation thus far where somebody did 2 more shows than somebody else and won that award. You know what I mean? It's
I mean,
more
but
than
right
just,
now, that is really an argument. Like it's an argument about one specific poet. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, they're not. They don't classify as a rookie when they indeed do classify as a rookie, and so it's like the other people in that category are bothered because that person has done work. Like that person, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so we can go back to the previous year. You know what I'm saying? It was other rookies in the category of rookie of the year, but and we didn't open the floor for voting, right? And so we did it based on what we saw.
Yeah.
Right?
The first year
And so-
was according to our slogan for it was where because it was the first year, it was about giving flowers to the voices that led us here and then the voices that are leading us into the future.
Right.
So because we didn't have a system, we looked at the work, the
Right.
obvious work that was done by each individual, and
Right.
we gave them an award that fit what
Yeah.
they
That
were doing,
category.
that fit that
It was
criteria.
undeniable.
Right. And so
Yeah.
for rookie of the year, last year, comparably, nobody compared
To
to what UCJ did in his
Yeah.
rookie year.
Right.
So it may have very well been other rookies, but their work did not compare to what he did and the work he put in.
Facts.
So it's like it was really a landslide. You know
And
what I'm saying?
To clarify too, it wasn't just like, okay, UCJ is the best rookie poet out there spitting, blah 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 blah. We looked at consistency.
Right.
We looked at when you came on the scene. We looked at, were you actually, spitting at these open mics, or were you
Right.
just sitting there watching? Were you getting booked for shows? Were you,
Yeah.
doing things to push the craft forward?
Right.
So all of those things went into that. So when UC, his name came up, it was like hands down.
and
like,
and
question.
ironically, his rookie year really started in January.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we like D Bev started in February. but and he's a part of Pouring Down Loading, but he didn't. The work and the effort and the way UC hit the ground running. And I'm just using Bev as a example because it's other rookies, right? But nobody compared to what UC, brought to the table, what he brought to the city of Houston for 2023. Then also, like,
Thank you, Liz. Shout out to Liz in the background. She's helping us out with the with the production. Liz on the production in Liz Studios. What is the studios called here? Alternative Spaces. So we shout out to Alternative Spaces. That's where we're holding our podcast right now, man. So shout out to Big Liz with Alternative Spaces, man. Make sure y'all book. Make sure y'all book with us. You know what I'm saying? Get information, and y'all could get in here. Photo shoots, podcasts, book clubs, studio sessions, everything, man. Alternative Spaces.
And then also, what people don't know about last year's Hampton Awards is the time in which we put on the award show, man. Like,
they have no idea.
They have no idea.
We had to do it so quickly,
so fast. Like, I remember when we
first of all, congratulations to us because because they
Yeah.
don't know, they don't understand the time frame that we had to work in,
and we were,
and the money we had to figure out how to get.
It was a successful
limited
show.
Funds, limited resources, limited time, just limited energy.
Niggas telling lies on us and all kinds of shit.
Lying on us, just
you know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
Like, I'm talking about the people that were supposed to partner with us, just causing confusion between us and the venue and all kinds of stuff, and we had to clean it up, and which actually it caused us to build a relationship with said business. So, so shout out to the hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we really could have still hosted it there this year, right? They were expecting us to come back this year, but I felt like I wanted to do something more local. Because that was also a reason why, like, even a few of the performers that we had booked was like, man, I didn't know it was so far. I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping in mind, travel time for certain people, or even the people that we know that does not have transportation. Like, we took all of that in mind.
Can you tell them where it's at now?
So, this year, we will be having the Sneaker Ball and the Hampton Awards show at Tribeca.
In the heart of Third Ward, baby.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't get more Houston than Third Ward,
You
family.
can't. You cannot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, the parking situation, like, everything is it's more than enough parking space. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you can't get
And the
more
place is
local
beautiful.
And it's, it's beautiful.
If
we
you've
really
been to a We Go Live show or to a Tribeca event, the
And
place is beautiful.
And it's black owned.
Black owned. You know what I mean?
saying?
Shout out to King Charlton.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, King, for, like, we had a sidebar conversation. Like, it was just, like, really, you know what I'm saying? Even that, like, they don't understand the behind the scenes work that goes into just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because I can remember, like, even last year, I'm gonna go back with the venue we had last year. I was on the phone with the people, and Damon was texting me like, "You got this, baby." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, businesswoman. Like, because the people were ready to pull out. They were like, "No, we can't do it. This was said." And I talked to this lady, and she was like, "Oh my God, like, I can't believe it. Like, no, and she put her job on the line. Like, for real.
Yeah, because I told her, I was like, listen, you a businesswoman, she's a businesswoman, and both of y'all got screwed over by this one person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you relate as a woman in business, and let her know, because Drika's real as shit. You know what I'm saying? She's real up front. Her integrity is impeccable. So she's real serious about things. I'm like, and if you just relate to being a woman in business trying to make their way, you know what I'm saying? I think it'll go well, and it did. You know what I'm saying?
That was the main thing that she said. She was like, just talking to you, I can hear, you know what I'm saying, how passionate you are about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing that, like, Damon always tells people, like, this wasn't even about Pouring Down Loading or the city of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely don't brag about or, you know what I'm saying, gloat on the fact. But the fact is, like, that opportunity was for me. It had nothing to do with the city of Houston. It had nothing to do with the Houston Poets. It was a Just Drika opportunity. And they asked me, hey, what is it that you want to do? And I was like, I want to do this award show for the city. Like that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So that's what makes you feel some kind of way when you feel like people are being a little bit ungrateful or a little
right,
bit, you know what I'm
absolutely,
saying, not having that understanding that you like whoa,
absolutely,
like this
because
never had to be this.
right,
Yeah.
because when we talk about the Fred Hampton Awards for last year, we agreed that we were just gonna wait. We all was like, well, we'll just wait. We'll, you know what I'm saying, so we can have. And then when I called the team, was like, okay, hey, everybody was like, okay, well, let's do it. Like if that's what you want to do. And Damon was, because originally it was his vision. It's something that he's been wanting to do. He's been doing poetry, you know what I'm saying, here for over 20 years. So, you know what I'm saying? Even
And previously, in the past years, I put together situations where I gave people their flowers. Rain, years ago, you know what I'm saying? I put together situations where we just saluted them, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, yeah, and then I just like, I want to do it big. I don't know these niggas at the Grammys and the Oscars.
right.
These
Right.
people, there's so many people that I know and that inspired me in my 20-year tenure, and they're overdue.
Right.
Right,
They're
and
overdue. They're spinning their
like
wheels. Nobody's acknowledging them
the
enough.
name of the awards and all of that, that was a car ride. We were, you know what I'm saying, we were riding and talking. Like I remember the day, like we were riding and talking, and he was like, no, I've been wanting to do this, I just don't know what I would call it. And we joked around with a few names, and when he said Fred Hampton, like, the people have named it the Hammys, but originally it's the Fred Hampton Award because he was the voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and Damon had so many key points as to why he wanted to use that name. I even reached out to Fred Hampton Jr. We never got a response.
Cause yeah, we
You
wanted
know,
to, we wanted
like
to see, we wanted to make it okay and let them know.
you know
But
what
we
I'm
at least
saying?
sent a message to
We
to
did.
the Instagram, so that's why it makes it. That's what makes it better. That it was actually Scott Free who coined the phrase the Hammys.
Hammys, yeah.
So we actually have a AKA. So just in case if it is a conflict of interest with the Hampton family, we still have a AKA. We can
Yeah,
just
it's a
still
side
call it
story,
the,
yeah.
and that's why we just say the Hampton Awards now instead of
Right.
the Fred Hampton Awards. But understand, he is the initial inspiration behind
Right.
this because he was a young voice. Remember, he was assassinated when he was 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he did all that work for the culture, you know what I'm saying, based on what the elders have done, and he moved forward. So that reminds me of people like a UCJ. That reminds me of all these other artists. They're
Yeah.
young and they're excited and they're passionate. Anno, they're passionate and they're ready to move something.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
about the voices that not only led us here, but those that are leading us into the future. And Fred, who else but Fred Hampton to represent that in honor of that.
Most
And I wanna give another shout out. I wanna give a shout out to Seven the Poet. And the reason being is, we
Another
often
person who has done it since he was the same
absolutely
age, young,
he,
very
he,
young.
he was very young, but when it comes to the Fred Hampton Awards, again, this is something that we collectively we all came out of pocket. We didn't get, we got a few people that saw what we were doing and said, hey, I want to make a donation. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We did get those, but as far as like the food and all, the awards were really out of pocket. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like those things, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of why, like, I felt the ways, and Damon did too, when certain people didn't show up to even receive their awards.
Yeah, that
But
hurt.
I want to give Seven a shout out because after the award show was over, he challenged, you know what I'm saying, other houses to say, hey, you know what I'm saying, we need to get behind this. But he walked the talk, because shortly after the Hampton Awards, he gave Port Now Loading $500 of our money back for what we put in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was able to go towards, other things for Port Now Loading. You know what I'm saying? Things that we've been doing. And so if anybody would have a say so or something to say it would be him. But all he does is give us support in what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like it's
because in the
support.
same vein, he understands the same thing as being Poetry Lounge has been running for over 25 years, right?
This year
And
makes 25 years.
so, you know, and he understands as a curator for that long, he's ran into the same thing. People are not always happy about the process. And I want people to understand this. You got to understand it's a process. It's a process. No, we are not perfect. No, we don't know how to put on an award show originally.
Right.
Like,
no, for
but
real.
Yo,
but we
winging it.
do know we led with our heart,
Yeah.
and we do know that you needed to be acknowledged.
Right.
If y'all can focus on that the love that we have for our peers, that you deserve to be acknowledged on a bigger scale, that is all you need to worry about.
Right.
And if you have any pros and cons, man, we can sit at the table once it's all said and done, and we can implement anything we can. We appreciate it. We appreciate the passion, but understand, nobody else did it.
Right.
We're doing it, and we're trying to figure it out as we go, and it will get better. We got better from last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And remember, we don't have a system. We don't have an industry. We don't have these sponsors.
Right.
And hey, but we are taking sponsors.
We are
We
taking
are.
donations.
You can help us out to make it better. If you
Cash out.
listen, if you have a complaint, the best way to deal with a complaint is be a part of the solution.
Absolutely.
So whatever you guys feel is not going right, or you have opinions, put your names in the hat, hit us up, hit Poe Now Loading, and say, I want to be a part of the solution. This is my complaint, and how do I become a part of the solution?
Hey, if you have a complaint about this year's Hampton Awards, send us your Cash App. And in the for section of the Cash App, post your complaint right there, and we will return you
$5.
Like, we will literally hit you back, yo.
Lee.
Nah, for real. Like y'all get out and donate. I'm joking, but I'm for real. But I'm joking.
Yeah,
but I'm for
donate, Lee.
Like,
so
yeah.
we
make your complaint worthy. Be like, listen, I donated to the cause.
real. Right.
I would like a say so. I would, or
And
some
ain't no
kind of
set
input.
amount on
Say
that,
so.
man. But
Let me
like,
see.
But some
show
kind of
that
input.
You support it. You know what I mean? If you
So-
just complaining and you're not supporting, then you're a part of the
Yeah,
problem.
let your complaint come with a $sign.
Right.
So Lee, I know we were talking about the Hampton Awards, but the Fred Hampton weekend is more than one event. It's a two event.
2-day event, baby.
2-day event.
It's a
so
weekend.
can you please tell the people about the sneaker ball and what what to expect, and what that event is even for?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting a new suit, so y'all better come fly. Look, and I'm getting tailored too. I ain't going to Suit Mart, like I'm not going to K&G.
Hey, I did a lot with Suit Mart, man. Shout out to Suit Mart.
I'm letting you know, they gonna bring out the big rolls of material. You know what I mean? And they say,
Oh, you going Kanye with it? Yeah. I understand.
you like?
You like
yeah, I want that one. Yeah.
This fabric extra soft.
Yeah.
It's
all
good
of
for
that.
your body.
All of that with the shoes to match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the sneaker ball?
So the sneaker ball was a very unique situation, and I've never seen anything else like that before. So of course it's exactly what it sounds like, right? Like you dress up, we dress up to the nines. We talking about Met Gala, like you really stepping up your dress game, right, for that night. You stepping up the fit, coming out with the flyest kicks you can possibly get to match that fit. Like that's what we doing. Which kind of brings the extravagance, you know what I mean, to the poetry community, but then also gives us that one piece of home, that one piece of culture that we all know about, which is shoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we get to bring the kicks, we get to bring all of that together and mesh, and it just really kind of speaks to who we are as individuals, because we're not just this, we're also this, and
Right.
just all these things. But man, we had poetry involved. We had ciphers. You know what I mean? We had,
the vendors,
the host, the DJ, the vendors, food. Like it was just a really, really good time. So like, if you're, don't get me wrong, the award show itself is going to be fire, and it's going to be a lot of love in the room, because we are giving flowers to everybody who deserves them, or you know what I mean. We already are giving flowers to everybody who deserves them. But
And the
then
sneaker ball is
also,
for everybody to come out.
yeah,
Right.
that's just to let
Both
your
events
hair
is
down.
for everybody
It's
to come out.
it's a
Just because
community.
you don't get
It's a
nominated,
celebration of poetry.
be in the building and be seen.
Yeah, it's a celebration.
Yeah.
Like
This is
so
your
it's-
culture.
It's the kickoff for National Poetry Month, right? National Poetry Month.
That's
is in
another. That's
April.
another Easter egg. It's in April.
You know, it's in April. And then also like it's an opportunity for the poets that are entrepreneurs.
No, keep talking.
For the poets that are that are entrepreneurs or that have any, you know
what
what
the
I'm
reach
saying,
is for.
marketing, right? It's a networking event for people to come, and you know what I'm saying. It may be what we did last year with the cipher. We did a tag cipher.
Man,
And
yo,
the
that
tag
was fire.
It was
Isn't that your creation tag
yeah.
cipher?
Yeah.
and because it was so many people, but it was poets in there that did not know that somebody else was a poet. So it was a networking and icebreaker type of thing. Like, okay, you may not know this person is a poet, but if you see a poet, you tag a poet. And so just because he does not know that that's a poet, I may know that that's a poet. So when I spit, I tap that person. And when they stand up and spit, it wows the room like, damn, I didn't even know he was a poet. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like it opened up the floor for us to even just network with one another.
Shout out to Artist Access because they came out and filmed
They
for
filmed
on the strength.
On the strength, they were in the building, and
They donated their time.
They definitely did, and it was greatly appreciated, man. And we had a good time. Like it was just fun. We all look for a moment to just get dressed up and go somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I don't
why
have
not?
to. I just get dressed up on the regular. I be
Right.
stepping.
But why
You shiny
not?
shoe guy.
But
Shiny
why
shoe
not?
man, baby.
Why not get dressed up? The good thing about this year is myself and Amir, we're partnering for a prize for the fly sneakers or the best dress. So he's gonna do a male, I'm gonna do a female. So
And shout out to Amir because he's been very grateful this year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The rest of you niggas is assholes.
Right.
Y'all are fucking with us every time we
Because
come
he
outside.
even-
But Amir said, man, he really appreciates that
Yeah.
his platforms were even considered. The people on his platforms were considered. So shout out to Amir Safi.
Amir's also thinking about doing a slam, a sneaker themed slam before the Hampton Awards, before the sneaker ball. And the winner of that slam gets a fresh pair of dunks to wear to the sneaker ball,
I'm slamming.
right? To wear to the
slamming.
sneaker
Call me
ball.
Because there is a contest for the sneakers.
It's
like
a
you
contest,
said, yeah.
yeah. So we're giving a think like $150 gift card to the winners. It may be 75.
And listen, we was talking about that outside of Rudyard's after a one poetry event. And listen, you just can't put them on. You know what I'm saying?
Amir said he's counting creases.
He's counting creases. How you got your shoes tied? You
Yeah,
know
the
what I'm saying? How
laces.
you got it laced up?
Yeah.
Like don't just come out
Baby,
with just
write
a
this
fresh
down.
pair out the box and think you could just slap them joints on and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, nah. We got to
Yeah.
see how you
Like,
do.
if
You
you
have
got-
style with your laces.
If you
know
got
what
on
I'm
some
saying?
one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying, like that type of thing, originality. and I wanna say this for the sneaker ball, like it doesn't have to be Jordans for it to be the flyest pair of shoes.
Yeah, don't
You know
think
what
you
I'm
could just
saying?
come with
Even
the J's
though
and then
last year, Jordans
Even though
were
last
the
year, man, the
flyest
Jordan
shoes.
ones
the
were
ones was winning.
the ones
Yeah.
were winning. I
Yeah.
promise. We were in there with the
It was a
ones.
convention in that month.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think everybody besides maybe a few people had on a fresh pair of ones.
And that's a
Brand
way.
new.
And listen, and that's a way to think outside the box. If you know people are gonna, because it's Houston. You know what? The culture of Jordans in Houston is just as much as like Sunday Fun Day Jordans. It's all the same thing. It's holiday shit. But think outside the box. Everybody gonna have on J's, but if you come with something different,
You come
and
on
exclusive,
with some Alexander
you know what I mean?
McQueen's.
You
know what I'm saying?
part of the culture is getting your stuff
I'm gonna
customized
wear
too.
the box, my nigga. I'm just gonna wear the box.
I think there was
just gonna wear the box, man.
no, there's a
Yo.
company that said that they was coming out with a box shoe. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't did it like me yet.
So I think, but I do think, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yo,
And
don't come with the
we-
Mario
I
boots.
do
You
want-
not winning, fam.
I do
Yo.
You
want
come with the
people-
Mario boots, we throwing you out the building.
Bedazzle them bitches. Come on. I do want to open up.
Those don't even count as sneakers.
Man, I do
They
want to.
might. I don't know. Are they kind of boots?
They're
Probably
boots. I want to invite
Who knows
people,
nowadays?
you know what I'm saying? Because we said it's for everybody, but you know the Hampton Awards, the awards of course are for Houston poets. You know what I'm saying? Houston artists, but like as far as networking, as far as just coming to be a part of, it doesn't matter where you're from. You know what I'm saying? If you want to buy a plane ticket and come to Houston for the first weekend in April, we invite you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's open for everybody to come
It
have
is.
a great time.
You know, you don't have to be a poet to attend. That is also
Come celebrate other poets.
Yeah, celebrate.
Because you're
Like,
a
if you're a
poet,
fan of
and one day
poetry.
you're gonna be on that stage because
Yeah.
it's not just gonna be again. This is a process of build up. It's starting like this. You know, it's starting medium, but we want to be able to open it up to the whole state
Yeah.
when it reaches it. The Hammys at its apex will be open up to the whole state of Texas, and not even maybe the whole country.
And let
you know
me
what I'm
say
saying?
this, you Houston poets that's complaining. Let me tell y'all something. When we open it
Don't
up,
do it.
okay. No, fuck that.
Do it.
When we open up the floor for just the state of Texas, the Houston poets that's complaining, you won't even be thought of or mentioned. Like,
Because
you
you
know what
have
I'm
to
saying? You
consider
getting
there's
smoked.
a lot of people
It's
doing
a lot of
work,
people that's
man.
working in the state of Texas, man. It's some dope poets. You know what I'm saying? We cross paths with these people on the loaded. On the drop the mic, open mic.
Yeah.
Even that, bruh. Oh, drop the mic, open mic was one of the hottest open mics this year. Last year.
No, but that's online.
It still was an open mic.
No, you got to make a
know?
distinction. Got to make a distinction though.
We didn't make a distinction.
Open mic is an open,
Open mic is an open
no,
mic.
I think we would have to make
So,
a distinction
if
because
y'all wanna
because
pencil in-
you got to understand. You got to
like a mug.
you got to understand.
Y'all want to pencil in, drop the mic,
Hold
open
on,
mic.
because you got to understand
You
the climate
can.
that we're in. Because now we have, because of technology, we don't just have physical events. We now have online events, and some people are more thorough with the online situation. Some people are more thorough with the physical. So we talked about adding that in the coming years. You know what I'm saying? Adding that
But
to the criteria.
right, but this year
the
we
hottest
didn't- we
online
didn't-
open mic.
This year we did not say it had to be a physical open mic.
Yeah, so I guess
if y'all
it's-
want to
it's
pencil
still up in the
in,
air.
drop the mic, open mic for the open mic
diabolical.
category.
We're gonna get
Get your
boycotted.
shameless plug in.
We're gonna get boycotted.
I am, because
We're
if
definitely
y'all
getting
want to pencil
boycotted.
in, drop the mic, open mic for the open mic category, you very well can. Okay, because we did not clarify.
We've
Virtual.
been spending our Mondays.
Listen, our Monday. Listen,
Our
one
Mondays
Monday
is bananas,
one
though.
Monday, I was on live for 4 hours straight. The rest of these open mics, they only give you 2 hours, whether they in person or not. You get 2 hours. I was on live.
Pause real quick. We're gonna pause for the calls real quick.
So this episode of the Loaded Podcast is brought to you by Alternative Spaces. This is a space where you can come and get all of your media needs. We're talking about podcast rooms. We're talking about studios, conference rooms. Just if you need a space for anything creative, this is the space to do it. 5600 South Willow Drive. Look us up online, and we will definitely get back to you, and we'll, you know what I'm saying, let you know what that calendar looks like.
Also, if you need some star power, Dame Films Trust a Shooter has shot here
Let's go.
before and has done
Yes, sir.
some great, fantastic photo shoots on behalf of my business. I've had a great time here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The staff is wonderful. You know what I
Right.
mean? The space is it's very creative. There's many spaces you can work in. They're very flexible. And yeah, man. Come get it in.
Yeah, come pull up.
Book
Pull
me
up.
and
The
the studio
studio.
in
There we go.
in tangent. You know what I'm saying? Book us together.
And then also, like, let's clap it up for Dame Films. Like, Dame Films
Yo.
is like
There should be
that
an
should
award
be a-
for the
that
most
should-
photographic
because
poet.
between
something.
the Sniper and Dame Films, the Sniper and Dame Films has held down the poetry community all 2024.
Draco,
Yeah.
Who wins Shooter of the Year in the poetry community?
Yeah, poetry shooter of the year. That would have been crazy.
Sniper. the sniper. And the only
I don't know.
like,
Are we just cause listen? I'm the recap king.
I had to, you feel me? Like
Hey.
you been hating on me all day.
I'm the recap king.
Yo,
You are the
what we
recap
doing
king.
right
So
now?
it all. Hey,
recaps,
Yo.
recaps
Hey.
versus photos.
Hey, look.
Hey.
I just had to get some.
I know,
Hey.
I know we gonna
That's
post
my
this
dog,
on Instagram.
too.
I know we posting this on Instagram. Hey, everybody on Instagram, y'all post in the comments. Do you trust the sniper? Do you trust the shooter?
You can't trust the sniper because I'm gonna tell y'all. This is why you can't.
Don't
trust
use
the
my
sniper.
slogan as plagiarism. I'm sending a cease and desist in the morning.
The reason why you can't trust the sniper, one, like I can remember when the sniper first started coming around, we never knew who he was.
Yeah.
We would be like, okay, who is this motherfucker?
I just met him yesterday.
That's crazy, diabolical. But then also like and that's kind of the reason why I gave him the sniper name. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many of y'all that swear y'all gave him that name, but he put it in writing.
Yeah, he put it out there. Mm.
Yesterday and told y'all who the first person called him the sniper. But no, like we would be looking for him. But the sniper got me one time, y'all. I was at a poetry show.
She was picking her nose.
No, my phone rung and I answered the phone. Y'all know how irritated I be when I'm at poetry, right? And so like somebody called my phone and I answered the phone and he caught that shit and posted it immediately. Like, and I was like, damn, I thought we were better than that. But
He just caught Nikki mean mugging me while I was spitting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
He was
the-
like, I don't know what you did to
like,
Nikki, but you know what I'm saying?
the
It was,
sniper-
hopefully it was your bars. He was
the
just
sniper
give you that
gonna
ugly
get-
face.
the sniper gonna get that shot.
Because
And,
Nikki
and
was looking like,
that nigga get them shots and pack his shit up and be gone before you know it.
yeah.
Before
Just-
you
but
get
no,
home, they're
that's
on-
how a
they're
sniper
online.
moves.
Yeah.
Once they get they shot, they pack up and they get out of
they
dodge.
gone.
Like if you
And so,
sniper's
like-
my favorite position.
Hey,
out of-
Like-
you ever see?
Wait, I'm sorry.
You ain't hear this,
He didn't say that.
man.
He did.
Sniper.
He did.
Favorite.
You ever
I don't
see
know what to say.
Into the Badlands?
Favorite occupation in the military. I'm sorry, not position.
And that's it for the Loaded
That way.
Podcast tonight.
Okay, we're just gonna end the show right
that
here.
way.
It's not
Right.
getting any better.
So make sure y'all,
Once again, fuck Drika's fan base.
shout out to my fan base. I love y'all. I
They
appreciate
petty
y'all
as shit.
because y'all
Y'all
are
ain't
going
shit.
hard for me. Like go hard or
Your
go
fan
home.
base ain't shit, fam.
Like we got over 200 votes, and I am 90% of those votes.
No, don't say that. We're gonna get
No,
boycotted.
I'm just
fam.
playing.
We're gonna
I'm
get
just
fucking
playing.
boycotted, fam.
But no, like for real, like the
can't
ticket
with y'all.
link, for the tickets for both the Sneaker Ball and the Hampton Awards will be up soon. We just got to get these nominations, you know what I'm saying, categorized and put together, and y'all will be able to buy tickets and tables and things like that. Y'all know what if you've never been to Tribeca, I implore you to go to the January 31st show. Not so
Man.
shameless plug. I'm him. Go to the show just so y'all can get a feel of the space, you know what I'm saying? But also support We Go Live, another black owned entity in the poetry community. We have to support our own
Premier Poetry. They also
Premier
have a day in
Poetry.
Houston as well.
They
Premier
definitely have
Poetry
a day. And they are in the category for, you know what I'm saying, the
best showcase.
The best showcase.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to We Go Live, Courtney Lynn and Sky Free. You know, so if you never been to Tribeca, you have the next 3 shows for We Go Live to pull up so that you can see that space and figure
Yeah,
out like,
and
you know what I'm saying?
And
your-
game nights.
And game nights. They have game nights for
and last year's Rookie of the Year, UCJ is performing on that show, so
Absolutely.
you get to see a
Yeah.
Emmy
And-
Award winner perform as well.
Actually, you
Obi-
get to see
Obi
a
West.
few different people that are
that are
nominated
that are
for
in the
different
category.
categories. Yeah, on the show for
Because Smooth the
January
Poet.
And I was just about to
Yeah.
say,
Smooth the Poet.
PNL's own Smooth the Poet is his first
First
major
It's
feature,
his first
fam.
First
feature,
major
and
feature.
he's also
first major
nominated.
feature.
He's nominated. You have Red Lion. He's also nominated. You have L.J. Hamilton. He's also nominated.
Houston Juggernaut.
The whole lineup, pretty much, besides Obi West, is pretty much nominated.
Yeah.
Because even Ernest Beeson is nominated, correct?
Yeah. Ernest Beeson is in there. Humanitarian Award.
Yeah.
Okay, yep,
So
yep.
Ernest Beeson. So the whole lineup, with the exception
Shout out
of
to Ernest, man. You're doing good work.
yeah, for sure. So the whole lineup, with the exception of Obi West, who's not a Houston poet, that whole lineup.
Y'all lucky, Obi, I mean, Houston Poet.
No,
Some
for
of y'all,
real.
because
But
that Poet of the Year
that
category gonna get slim.
That entire lineup.
A lot of categories would get slim.
Yeah,
Y'all
you know
gonna
what
let
I
me
mean?
finish?
Doing it all.
Y'all gonna let me finish?
Sorry.
No, not really.
Okay, that entire lineup, with the exception of Obi West, is nominated for Hamptons, for the Hammys.
Shout out to
So
that.
clap that up. That's
You know what I'm saying?
dope.
Including the people throwing it.
Including the people that's throwing it. That's dope.
People think Scott Free don't know what he be doing.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't even.
Yeah, he's very diabolical.
No, he already
We're gonna have to
had.
boycott We Go Live. I think he set us up.
He already had the lineup though. He already had the lineup before the nominations dropped.
Nah. He's
That's
very.
dope.
He plays
Like,
chess,
that's
fam.
alignment. That's
We're gonna have to
alignment.
investigate.
He say,
That's
okay, I know
alignment.
the
investigate.
Hammys is coming up.
Yeah,
I'm about to
that
I'm about
lineup.
to, I'm about to
Solidify.
feature everybody who I think is gonna be
in it.
nominated.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
did-
so he could get the category
This
for
was- it was like- it was
showcasing.
like the lotto.
Yeah, you know what I
It
mean?
was like the lotto. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
Yeah, he was-
investigate that.
Yeah,
He did that.
yeah.
Okay,
He
we
hit y'all
gotta
boys
wrap
on the
up.
parlay.
Yeah, we do gotta wrap up.
quick.
We do gotta wrap
All
up. Any final words? Let's go ahead. We'll start with Drika.
Final words. Continue to vote for me for Slam Poet of the Year, Album of the
This
Year.
is diabolical. Fam.
Continue, just don't stop voting for
Your
me.
fan
I
base
appreciate
is the
y'all.
worst.
I love my fan base because y'all are the best. But no, just follow Poet Now Loading. Stay loaded no matter what you do, wherever you go. Make sure you stay loaded. You know what I'm saying? We win because we are one.
Shout out to Writers Block. You also have a feature.
I do.
And you have another feature January 28th on another nominated.
Absolutely. I have a feature for Writer's Block, which is also Hammy nominated. I have a feature January 28th for One Poetry for Love and Heartbreak, which is also
Awesome.
Hammy nominated.
Let's go.
And then I have another feature that I can't quite speak of
Yeah,
right now.
we both
You know what I'm
have a
saying?
situation coming. We can't even disclose
speak of it
the-
right now.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
once
just
the
know that
flyer
we're a
dro-
big deal
just-
in
just-
2025.
Just know that I know who
The
all my cousins.
OnlyFans clause does not allow them to
I know
speak
who
on
all
it.
of my cousins are right now today. So don't come saying, "Oh, that's my cousin," after February. That's all I'm saying.
That's my cousin.
Lee, last words.
Man, look, hey, y'all.
Your showcase is nominated as well.
My showcase is nominated.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You know what I mean? That was a great job.
I
Great job.
was just trying to do something for the people, man. Yo, if y'all are not paying attention to Poet Now Loading, please start paying attention. Damon and Drika have been doing their thing, and not to leave anybody else out, me included, in the group, but if you have paid attention to what's going on in the community, there's a lot being driven by these two great minds. And I'm talking about we're reaching out not just to just Houston poets, we're reaching out to people in California. I'm talking about East Coast to West Coast, all the way down to the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That is crazy.
I mean, that's
That's
y'all
diabolical.
voted for him. Y'all voted for him. Anyway, my point is the soon to be Gulf of America, in the American Canal, all the way down. Yeah, man, just stay tuned. Stay
Yeah, for
tuned.
sure.
Follow us. Follow the members. Really check out what we're doing because we are trying to push the culture forward. We are putting in the work and we are leading with our hearts. We are leading with love. And, you know, if you about that same thing and you want to rock with us and be a part of that movement, man, like, you know, the more hands, the better, the more hearts, the better. You feel me?
My last words, y'all know what it is God's favorite. Don't believe the hype. Poet Now Loading is very approachable. We can talk about anything. We can have a conversation. Again, piggyback on what you said, we lead with our hearts. Like, we really care about this because, like, I was talking last night. I don't know what I would do without the poetry scene because I don't want to listen to all this rap shit and all these movies and all this stuff. Like, because it's not given what it needs to be given at, even though I'm an MC. You know what I'm saying? I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop baby, but poetry has done so much for my life. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna keep going, man. We just want to inspire everybody. When you hear us say loaded, it's not just for our team.
Yeah.
It means stay locked and loaded. Stay ready so you
Yeah.
don't have to get ready. Stay working. Stay inspired. Stay motivated. Watching us do what we do, it's to inspire everything around us, because we're inspired by everything around us as well. We don't have any problems with anybody.
Yeah.
We want to push this culture forward, and we want to get paid to be a poet. We want to be able to. We don't want to do these shout out to the people that work the 9 to 5s and keep the world turning.
We doing this shit for the free. Just imagine when we start getting paid. Like
we want to. We listen. Some of us just we want to be able to do the same thing as any other genre. We want to live off our art.
Yeah.
And because we want to create more art. It's not really about the money, but it makes it more comfortable for us to be what we are, our God-given talents. So shout out to everybody. We love everybody. We respect everybody. Stay loaded. This is the Loaded Podcast 2025. We back again. And make sure to vote for the Loaded Podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Vote for the
Shout out
Loaded
to all our
Podcast.
competitors in that, you know what I mean? Because we've been featured on some of those other podcasts as well.
Yeah.
So again, man, it's all love. Hammys 2025. We back again. Year 2, Loaded Podcast, and we gone.